I wrote that on there. I try to always do things like that to make the next person's job easier. The top EF-12-B1-1, that's an exhaust fan. It's direct drive. And then, see, that one has an A40. I put down, I don't think that belt actually goes to that EF there. EF-12 but I wrote the belt size to an A45, which is the same thing as a 4L 470. It has 2 grease zerks. That must be the one with the belt. But I think that belt actually goes to this one here, this SF supply fan -3-B1. And I put the 2 filters. They're on the heat exchanger on the supply and the return, 2 18 by 18 by 2. And then there's a exhaust fan 3-B-1. A few months ago in the cold weather, there was one of these was making kind of worry about this door here. There's no way to get, if this slam's closed, just hope you have good cell phone service, because there's no way to open that. So I come in here and people stay out of here. Most people don't like to come in here because, well, especially in the summertime. I'll turn this light on. Close this door very carefully. I just put these filters. I changed those on 22, look how filthy those are, oh my gosh. 22 July 17, that's my handwriting. Whoops. No one ever comes up here, but there's like it's very hot up here in the summertime, so you gotta crawl around it. Luckily they put this plywood down at least, but it's all covered in like concrete dust or something. And you gotta crawl through that hole right there to get to the heat exchanger. And it also has a supply fan in there. It's a duct fan, actually. It's inside the duct. It's axial. So it's not, it'd be an adventure to change that motor. But I'm going to put a piece of plywood right there so you're not rubbing against all that. Just some 1/4 inch plywood, you're not rubbing against the darn insulation. And this guy put this note here. I'm thinking, what is that? How come he just left it like that? Arcing, arc at point. He can't even spell chassis. Chassis is spelled with 2 S's. So I texted him about it. I go, what's with this? I think he wanted the electricians to come over here and fix this. I don't know, maybe they couldn't, they dropped the ball, I'm not sure. Because maybe we can just do it ourselves, I'm not sure. Electricians, we do electrical work. And you come in here, you gotta come in here. Oh, you gotta be a contortionist to get in here. And oh my gosh, a filter goes right there. One of those filters goes in that this little door right here, those little snaps. That's one of the filters. That's a return right there. It returns to this heat exchanger. And then it's actually they call it an HX. It's like a heat recovery. I'm wondering why this motor, this is the one I thought was making the noise. This is a supply fan. It hooks right to the outside of the building right there. So it's like a few months ago in the cold weather, there's a horrendous noise up here. And it's weird this one's off. This is SF. That one is SF-3-B-1. And has a rib lit. This rib is lit. So it should be on. There's a rheostat here too. Maybe it just comes on when it's real hot. I'm not sure. I have to find the sequence of operation. And I think this is the one here we shut off, I believe. It was making a real loud noise a few months ago in the cold weather. Exhaust EF-3-B-1, exhaust fan number -3-B-1. It's not making noise now. Sometimes those plastic grease tubes right there break, so I got some of those to repair actually. Most guys don't have the initiative to do that. I'll put a copper one in, but to put one of them you got to disassemble it a bit. There's a lot of lint in here because for some reason when they designed this building, they put the laundry goes into the exhaust from the restrooms, I do believe. So when they built these, there's one, this same very building at the other end of the building, Or maybe it's in the center, one of the other stairwells. This is Delta's stairwell. But when they built the building, they put a fan up there. It's like through a little, you crawl through a little place like this. Ow! Ooh. The screw's sitting there. I just put my knee on it. Ow! And sometimes pine needles blow in here because there's some vents. The eaves. I think they come in the eaves. I can turn my headlamp off. Red headlamp. Low beam, high beam. Red, white, high beam red. Red, high beam white. I have two low beam white. And I have two, wait a minute. Low beam and high beam red, and then low beam and high beam white. Man, that little sheet metal screw was down there in the plywood, and I put my knee right on it. So I've got to find out why the one is not coming on. I don't think that's the one that was out. That one is circuit breaker. That circuit breaker is not closed. It's closed, so I have no idea why that one is not running. I think that one that's running over there, that's the one that was noisy, because once we shut that circuit breaker number 18 off, the noise went away. But now it's not making noise, so I might just leave that on. Job security! And there's EF-12-B1-2, and well, that one's over there. That's an exhaust. There's an exhaust fan over there.